Hello everyone, my name is Raven, and welcome to Raven Gaming Labs, and welcome to RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. I was sitting here thinking, what game should I play? You know, I really wanted to play a game and record something, but I wasn't really sure, and I wanted to try something new that I hadn't put on the channel. So I don't think I've ever played this game on this channel before. Anyway, and I remembered this game, and we're obviously playing OpenRCT2, as you can see down here. It's an open source remake of the engine. Still requires the original data files and all, but it has a lot of neat stuff. Like this development build supports up to 50,000 guests in the park, and it might actually support more than that. I'm not sure. It supports a bunch of stuff, but we're going to play Forest Frontiers, the iconic park that pretty much everyone, I guess, you know, has played at some point or another. You can also buy land and construction rights for a fair bit, but we're not going to need it. Now, I haven't played this game in, gosh, quite some time. So I'm going to set this to maximum funding. But I believe, for the most part, I still... Oh, cool. Forgot they added it over there. I believe that I still remember how to play this game. So even if I don't end up making the, you know, most beautiful and majestic of parks. So let's see here. Let's just put this over here. Get rid of the one. Also, I'm going to go into the options here, and we're just going to turn that down just a little bit. There we go. The nostalgia of this game, it's just crazy. Okay. So with this, if you've never played this game before, it is relatively simple up to this point. Like this part is very easy. We're just gonna put a no entry in here, and we'll put a trash can. I don't want people dirtying up my beautiful park. Now, one thing that is nice is this mod allows you to, or sorry, it allows you to collect for both the ride and the actual. I'm looking for the stats, but there it is. If it all still holds true, you can usually round it, so the excitement rating is usually what you put it. So, like, you know, if it's 1.31, you can usually get away with the ride costing $1.30. I mean, it varies, but I found as a kid that usually worked. I don't know if OpenRCT2 changes it. I haven't played OpenRCT2 in a very long time. Yeah. So now we're going to build one of my more favorite rides for this game. I actually don't really like the ride in person, but, you know. I'm also going to throw down... Okay, that fell quickly. That's interesting. I'm going to throw down the large pirate swinging ship, because it's one of those rides where it's really easy to... oh, didn't mean to destroy my scenery there. I'm sure it's fine. Okay. And this ride's pretty great because you can just, you know... You could just, like, really slam it up. Actually, I'll just leave it at 15. And I'm going to put it in test mode here. And I'm just going to grab this and go this way with it. Now, again, you know, things like scenery and all sorts of other stuff are really, really nice for, you know, everything. Alright, so what are these people saying? Yeah, something more thrilling than the merry-go-round. That's understandable. So 240. That's super great. And we'll wait for a full load. So that should... Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Wow, he wants to go on something more thrilling. Alright, fine. Screw it. We're doing it. We're going to play pirate music because, you know, we need all the sound and all the vomiting. Everyone needs to vomit when they get off this ride. Just puke everywhere, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to keep some semblance of, you know, I attempted to, you know, keep the park pretty to a certain degree. So now it's at 297, and it's much more intense. Oh, right. One last thing we need to do here. We need to set this to every 10 minutes if, you know, if possible. Oh, I guess it just auto places it on the road there. Okay. And they start, you know. So for right now, we're not going to keep them. We're not going to really give them any paths or anything like that. We have a gentle ride coming in. Now, a roller coaster would actually be pretty good, even if it was just like a really small one. I haven't really designed a roller coaster again. I haven't played this game in ages. I don't know what I was thinking playing this game, but, you know, here I am playing it, so, you know. Let's see. Ah, hang on. Forgot a very important step there. Okay, there we go. Alright. So let's just keep going up and up. And will let me... Like I said, you know, don't really need a very... Actually, wait a second. Can I purchase anything there? Please tell me. Yes, I can. Okay. Excellent. Because, you know, what we really need is, you know, this. It's going to be a very small and very quick and simple roller coaster, but it'll do the trick. Oh, hang on. I'm thinking this roller coaster might end up being a little too, you know, intense, but we'll see. All right. Oh, wait, hang on. Wow, they don't like any of, Well, I guess... Sorry. No, I don't want to enter in a new value. I can't believe I only have 2 guests. This is not going to work. Oh, a Ferris wheel? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I mean, it's rather big. I usually like them a bit more compact than that, but... Alright, hang on. Ah, so see, they have changed a lot of stuff. Lovely. Because, like, one thing you could do is, especially in RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, is one thing you could really abuse was, you know, park, what is this? Oh, all scenery. One thing you could do is you could, like, really easily abuse, you know, like, park prices and stuff. I'll just turn it off. I really don't need it anyway. It's nice, but I'll just get it from the rides. Alright, the ride's open. Oh, good. The sick guy, or the depressed guy, I'm not really sure which he is going in the thing. That's super. Alright, so we got some people showing up. You know, it's not super great, but, you know, people are showing up. And now we just need to, I'll put a trash can right here. I really don't like mess in my park. I like my parks to be, you know, like, really clean. So we don't really have a lot of scenery, like, at all. Ugh. I do like that you can have, like, you know, no entrance whatsoever. That's very nice. Abstract's kind of cool, but I don't really have... Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. I like how they're sitting in the back. I can't believe that roller coaster is even popular, to be honest. I mean, yeah, the excitement's not super, super bad, but... oh, well. I mean, it could be better, but, you know, everything could be better, I suppose. We'll just load it up with some scenery. Doesn't have to make sense. Actually, you know, one thing I probably could do if I wanted to spend the money is I could put, like, tunnels and stuff in it, and that would really increase the excitement rating. There's, you know, scenery and all will, you know, definitely jack up your price rating there. Okay, so we only need 250 gas, and we already pretty much have the park rating. Let me go into here, and let me turn all this off, and that'll finish out the, you know, the water ride, which is fine, you know. And we need a food court of some kind, you know. We need people being like, ooh, this is a place where, you know, we can get stuff and spend their money. Always be spending their money. The other nice thing about this is you can really jack up the price. I'm really surprised that they're not going on this ride here. But, you know what? I'm going to turn off wait for full load. I just, you know, as nice as a full load is, it's not that necessary. Alright, so we're going to have a bathroom, and I'm going to place it right here. Yeah, let's go for right here. Alright, so I'm going to have this like little main strip here, and then I'm just going to have a food court that goes kind of like so. It's actually not kind of how I wanted that, but, you know, it's fine, I'm sure. Nah, I'm moving it. I know it costs money, but I got it all back, so that's fine. Another thing I really like is they brought over the same price to Park. I don't know if that was added in an expansion or when that was added. I honestly don't remember. But, you know, want everything to be about $1. You know, as a kid, I would always charge people for the to use the bathroom, because, you know, pure evil, I guess. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. That's kind of cruel. Right, I don't really want them sitting, you know, in the food court area. Like, I want them walking around and getting out. I definitely don't want them, you know, sitting around in here. I guess calling it Classic Mini's fine, but not really what I wanted there. Let's just change the color. There we go. Alright, and let's turn on some music. Yeah, see? Putting all that scenery in, just bumped it up just a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. But I'm not, you know, like I said, I'm not too interested in, you know. Okay. It's kind of weird. I don't really remember it working like that, but alright. And we're just going to have this guy basically just work this little section here. I know that they've improved quite a lot, but I have to be honest. Wow, it really feels like they've changed all of this. Okay, so the next thing that should be researched, well, either it should be the kiosk that allows you to sell, like, umbrellas, which would be selling, like, hot potatoes right now. Let's see, guest thoughts. It's great. Not going on it while it's raining. Blasted rain. Alright, so we do have a little bit more space here, so I think I'm going to put another gentle ride. I think I'll just put, like, the haunted house or something. Just rotate that around. And, oh, goody. Nah, we're going to stick with the plane entrance. I don't really feel like... Ooh, 340. Wow. I don't know, maybe 250. I don't know if people... You know what? Let's test and see, because like I said, I haven't played this game in ages, and some things are a little different, and some things are not, so, you know, just have them share an exit there. Well, like I said, normally I'd make this look better. I mean, I know I'm not, like, the most creative, or imagine... Alright, they're not going to pay that much, so it really does depend on the ride. Okay, that's fair. Let's say $2. Let's do it. All right, $2. People are going on it. You know, just kind of gonna sit here a little bit and just see. Also, got to change that name because. All right, so the guest's opinion of the ride is starting to change. For some people, anyway. Okay. Well, alright then. I don't want it called Haunted House 1. I don't want this called that either. Yeah, and now that, of course, now that it's free... I mean, that's not too bad. What's the price on this thing? Yes, that's what I like to see. See, sometimes you build them really big roller coasters, and their price points are not as good as you think they are. I mean, they're not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but, yeah, they could be better. I wonder if that'll affect it. Oh, it did. Oh, $2. Oh, my gosh. Man, this thing should be making way more than that. Actually, you know what? Let's set it to $4. Will people pay $4? A really good value. You know, let's set it to $3.90. It's 10 cents cheaper. You know, that cutoff can be a weird thing. Oh, yeah, there we go. 3,000 an hour. I mean, we'll be, you know, we'll be done by then. But the park rating really fell, but I'm sure it's fine. All right, so the shop stall coming out on the 28th. We need to keep an eye on that for, you know, later, but we do need to go this way now. Yeah, I guess we could build the classic spiral slide. Why not? You know, I really don't know if I should have put the food court like that, because some of them are just getting stuck in a loop. They'll get park maps, and the park map should really help. That should be what comes out of this research here. I hope. Scrambled egg. Alright, yeah, let's just put it in. Why not? It's a super cheap ride, but, you know, there are people out there that, you know, prefer a ride such as this. So, not gonna hold it against them. And once again, we're going to put up our banner with no entry. This is, you know, because if you don't do this, then people just wander into the exits to your ride. And that is crazy. $790 an hour? I'm making almost as much as that. Wow, that's pretty wild. What is this making? Next to nothing. Made $3. It'll literally lose money, but, you know, whatever. Let's try 5 people on the ride. Let's see what that does. Should help a little bit. One comes off, one goes down, that sort of thing. Yeah, not really paying too much attention on the whole scenery thing, but you know, like I've been saying nonstop here, for Ah, an information kiosk. Thank you. All right, so now we just want to do, you know, all this sort of stuff, and we'll turn off the shop installs because we definitely don't need it, and it'll be there in just a little bit. I think I'll put one of those there and put some more here. All right, now we definitely need to put some more stuff out around here. Is there a way to duplicate? There is. Oh, that's so nice. Spiral slide. No! There we go. Will that push it over? That pushed it right over. Literally. They're not getting the "it was great" value anymore, but, you know, profit went up, so that's always good. Oh my gosh, thank you. All right, so we have an information kiosk. This bad boy is worth a loss. You know what? Random color, that's pretty darn cool. All right, didn't mean to do that, so we want to raise this up to $5 for the umbrella. And we should be able to get... Actually, you know what? Let's not make too much money off the park maps. So we really want people to buy the park maps. Like, really want people to buy the park maps. And at the entrance, I'm going to throw another one, because I don't even care if this loses money, quite frankly. You know. The park maps are worth all of it. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably a lot of it's coming. Yeah, we're not selling a lot of umbrellas right now. Actually, I might lower it to $4 just to try to get people to buy it. But the big thing is the park maps. I'm actually going to lower them just a little bit. Alright, perfect. Yeah, everybody's buying up all the park maps. So that'll help. People won't get as lost. They'll know where rides are. They'll know where they are. The food court has one. The entrance has one. Now what we need is just more rides. So we do have the log flume. And... yeah, don't have the scenery for that, which is a bit of a bummer. And can't really afford this sucker yet. I mean, I could put it back further back, but... I don't know. Let's flip it. I mean, it will pretty much take all my money in order to, you know, build this thing. So I don't think I'll do it. I do have the roller coaster. I think I'll just build the scrambled egg instead, or the twist. Twist. That's right. In the American version, it was called the scrambled egg. In the European version, it was called the twist, and they fixed it or changed it back in one of the others. It was RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 that changed it back. I'm not really sure. So I will just build the twist. I'm gonna build this way further back. And we're just gonna max this. I do like how, you know, you have, all the rides have, you know, their music playing, and you just can't hear anything. I did not think of that. Crud. I gotta figure this out. Well, you know what? There is a solution to this problem. It is not a perfect solution to the problem, but it is a solution nevertheless. I like this dude. Let's do just watching the roller coaster. It's too crowded. I mean, yeah, it's too crowded, but what are you gonna do? Everybody wants to be at my park. Like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Ah, my bad. I could have moved that back and fixed it. That's cheap. Problem solved. Didn't mean to do that, though, because I don't really... Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. There you go. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. You know, this coaster ended up being kind of all right. Like, not perfect, but you know, it's kind of all right. It could be even better, to be fair. I can't believe how popular. Like, all the rides are full. Like, literally all the rides are full. In fact, Spiral Slide's one of my more profitable rides. The merry-go-round isn't, but I just attribute that to how utterly slow it is. But, I mean, that's fine. A looping roller coaster? Okay, fair enough. This has always been like a challenge. Like, you know, you can jam everything in to, you know, like one little area, but then you run into situations where it's like this, where it's like super crowded. I mean, there are ways to fix it. Like, you could put different paths and loop it around and, you know, stuff like that. And I've done that before, where it just, you know, you just drag people, like, you know, around, you know, like one-way paths that go underground and then pop up over here just to spread everybody out. But I'm not doing that. Not on this one anyway. I don't even know if it's truly possible to fail, you know, this particular, is it possible to fail this particular mission? I mean, I suppose it is. But this one is relatively easy, so. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna need him to come all the way up in here. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Ah, right, I wanted to put a trash can there. I really don't want a roller coaster. Largely because roller coasters are kind of expensive. Alright, I'm just going to have this thing wander around. And I guess I'll grab a security guard, why not? And a Ferris wheel. Alright. We'll only do 2 rotations for the Ferris wheel. Largely because otherwise it takes forever. Otherwise. Alright. Oh, wow, that really increased it there. It is nice being in a situation, though, where, like, everything you place just instantly fills up. But there are 339 guests here. Like, I need a big attraction that churns through a lot of people. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a log flume. I'm probably actually going to enable turbo mode just to speed it up a little bit. I mean, you know, get the years going. But also, everything's fine, you know, as far as things go. The park rating is staying pretty high. I mean, it's way above 600. I really don't expect people to, you know, suddenly be like, oh, I don't like this park anymore. So, you know, I don't really expect that. So, why not? I have a pink tree to stare at. There we go. Make it a little more pretty. And we're just saving up for the... Oh yeah, look at him go. I like the random umbrella. That is That very much is a OpenRCT thing, and man, is it nice. I really probably should have left it at $5, but, you know, that's fine. And nobody will get on anything, because it's... There we go. There we go. It's leveling out, but what we're saving for is the log flume. The log flume will provide a fair bit of, you know, customer real estate. They'll all be able to just funnel into it. That'd be further back at the park. I might even, like, put it over here instead of right here. Might save that for another roller coaster. Alright. Hang on. Hang on. The disgusting state. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that actually is pretty nasty. Pretty gnarly. Alright. I'll just keep this handyman for wherever. You know. What? There we go. So that should be significantly cleaner now. We're still going. I would like to have a handyman that just, you know, walks around and mows, but, you know, maybe I'll have this guy walk around and mow. I just leave him over there, you know, on the off chance that, you know, I do need him. Wow. It's pretty crazy. I'm already suffering from people vandalizing my park, which is just bonkers to me, but okay. So I think one thing we could do is I'm gonna just turn off the funding. That'll net me an extra $400 a month, which means I'll actually be able to get my, you know, my log flume a little faster. I forget what year it ends. I think it's October. You know, and thanks to the ultra speed up, we should be able to do some stuff. So yeah, he'll be able to go around and do his thing, and yeah. And we are approaching, you know. Yeah. We are approaching the price point. He's just over there mowing like crazy. Who knows where the other handyman is? But hey, at least thanks to all the park maps, everybody knows. Really could be maximizing profit better though, but you know, whatever. Let him mow. Alright, so we're gonna build the log flume. I'm okay at building roller coasters, but I never really was super great at building the water rides. The water rides were never, like, my thing. It just wasn't any good at the water rides. It's kind of amusing being so broke. Oh, good. Come on, go through a ride or something. Please go through a ride. Thank you. Get out. All right, so we're just gonna let that roll, and we'll start. You know. There we go. Now I don't know what this is gonna cost, so the first early people are gonna get it pretty darn cheap. But yeah, it should tide people over a little bit. And I'm pretty much broke at this point, but you know. All the flumes are, you know, everywhere. So they're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Alright, there we go. So the, you know, the first set are coming back. And this should also net a fair bit of money as well. I mean, not at $2, but... Oh, $4. $4.50? Wow, I can charge more than the other ride there. A really good value, I bet it is. It's not super thrilling, but that's alright. You know, one ride I really like, it's actually in the, I don't remember when it was added. I think it was added in the Corkscrew Follies expansion, but it's a water ride. It's the one with the really big boats. It's kind of like this, but it's, you know, more like you go up and then you go just down. You don't really usually build super complex paths with that. I'm pretty sure it was added in the Corkscrew Folly expansion. Holds like 16 or I think like 32 people a boat. Man, that thing is a cash cow. Like, no joke. Like, that thing is just amazing for making money. And I mean just, yeah, see, despite the high price, it takes so long. But that's okay, because it's tying up guests, so it's fine. Yeah, there's 442 people. I don't know where they all are, but I guess they're all on, like, rides and stuff like that. Yeah, he's off mowing grass all the way over there when he should be over here. Like, bro, you got stuff to do, man. Oh, yeah. I want this ride inspected every 10 minutes. I don't think it really matters that much, but... matters to me. I like having a quality park with a quality ride, you know, that sort of thing. Handyman number 2. He's back to mowing grass again. I mean, that's cool. I mean, what else is he gonna do, right? I mean, you can't mow everything, but I guess maybe he could. Mostly, you know, like I say, just keep him around for some stuff. So we want to start slamming down some of the stuff. I've already got a park map. It's too crowded. Want to get off the Ferris wheel. More thrilling. Already got a park map. So for the most part, they like the park. The park is pretty good. Not actually paying all that much in the loan interest, but it does increase the park value. And that does matter. And usually in, you know, bigger maps or, you know, like Evergreen Gardens, which is a beautiful map, but God, like 4 years, like we're going to be speeding through that. Like, you think this is fast? Turbo? We're going to be going like 4x the speed at certain points just because, you know, you build out and then, yeah. But also that map is pretty big. I mean, in fairness, I did clump up. I didn't have to clump up, but I did clump up. You know, it kind of is what it is. But all we're really doing at this point is just waiting. So we're going to go in fast mode here. Just watching for anyone to vomit and stuff like that. You know. All the rides are doing pretty good. I really like the random umbrella. Because, you know, like, when you go to a park, you know, I mean, I'm sure they sell umbrellas for, like, you know, your, you know, for, you know, whatever the park colors are. But it does look really cool. And, you know, this does have the lighting effects and stuff. I'm not using the lighting effects. The main reason I'm not using the lighting effects and all is largely just because it tends to be a little buggy, and, you know. Now, there was a way to see park value, actually. There it is. It's worth 55,000. Company value is only 46, so it's you know, pretty good. About as good as it's gonna get. You know, we're on the last month here, so whoops. Clicking the wrong button there. I'm not paying that much to go on the haunted house. Yeah, actually, interesting tidbit. No one is really going on the haunted house. Fascinating. All right, hang on. We're going to slow that down. Because that kind of sucks because... Hang on. Let me see here. I wonder if we could, like, increase the popularity of it all. And they don't want to pay that much. That's a bummer because, you know, it was actually a pretty popular ride. I'll lower it down 20 cents. See if anything changes. It was doing pretty good, but... I don't think the... Yeah, it always sucks when that happens. I'll just slam it down to $1.50. I mean, all it has to do really is cover its operating costs. And I would rather have people, you know, in it than not in it. So, you know. Alright, so... yeah, and now it's full. It's not going to make as much money, but... oh, wait, no, it's not full. Yeah, I guess everyone's, like, going on these rides and stuff. Eh. That'll happen. I mean, like I said, the main thing is that it makes just enough money to cover costs. If it makes enough money to cover costs, I'm cool with keeping the ride. See, now it's full. I think maybe that's the problem. I think it builds up too much, maybe. And then... nope, everybody left, huh? Ah. I'll just keep it at $1.50. Whatever. Didn't realize everybody would just dump out like that, but they did. Wow, that's insane. Yeah, this park is like super crowded. But I mean, it's working, and you know, the park rating's pretty high. I mean, most parks don't have a rating requirement of this high, so it works. Turn it back on the turbo mode. Little dude's just mowing all the stuff. He's just like, you know, I'm gonna mow everything. Nothing will be left unmowed. Alright, so we won. Everybody's congratulating us. If we had the balloon stall, they'd let all their balloons go. So enter name into scenario. Alright, we're gonna call this RGL, because why not? Alright, so that's that. Thanks everybody for watching. You know, come back next Monday. We're gonna do another park, maybe even sooner, but gonna try to do this every Monday. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching Raven Gaming Labs. Thanks to all the members and viewers who make RGL possible. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you can be notified. If you want to become a member, hit the join button or link in the description below. Members get early access to videos, member-exclusive content, and more. As well, don't forget to join our awesome community over at Discord. Y'all have a good one.